All right, quick disclaimer before we get into this. This is not your normal reaction channel.
I mean, hey, we don't pause every 5 seconds. We don't sit here in silence staring at the screen. You know what I mean? We react how we react. We're gonna talk, we're gonna chat, we're gonna kick it, blow some, trees. And yeah, go off on random topics, because outside of this, all we do is talk on our other show anyway. That's just who we are.
And what we're not is, we're not reporters. We don't have a big budget.
Brokies.
We got kids. Real life is happening around us at all times. There's no editor. What you see is what you get. If the video doesn't have audio, that's because I didn't feel like dealing with the copyrights today. Simple. And if the video does have audio and we're talking over it, who gives a fuck?
Give it out.
This ain't a courtroom, it's a conversation. If you want a polished reaction, timestamps, and a fake OMG face, this might not be for you.
Nah.
But if you like real opinions,
Yes.
random side conversations,
Right.
jokes, and people
That
just
part.
kicking it while watching something, keyword on the something, because we don't just only react to whatever you just clicked on.
Yes.
Okay. Then you're in the right place.
Hey,
Now let's get into it.
let's get into it.
Other than that part, they didn't see none of this. Or did they? No, I don't know. But I guess.
And some other people. I don't know the other ladies. Oh, Emily Blunt. I don't know the other
Be
ladies.
blunt about it. You feel me? So this was a request?
Yeah. That we finally got to.
Yeah.
So, you did say Deuce was going to be answering the, it say 9+ now, but it won't tomorrow.
It won't tomorrow. And it will again next week, like he said. That's what he said.
But I'm getting to the newest ones now. I'm pretty much not going to do the old ones because, hey, sorry.
Right? Shit happens. And if you're still watching, put it in again.
I did get one of the old ones, though. And this is one of the old ones.
Hey.
So, we finally got to your request, though.
Also, remember, because we already put the disclaimer in there for the people who was watching the pod. I already put the disclaimer in there for the people who are just watching the reaction. But one more disclaimer for the people that's just watching the reaction. You are watching a reaction that we put in hour 50 of a podcast. So shut the fuck up.
Oh, we super high, too.
Yes, like I don't care what y'all say.
50 minutes of smoke.
Shut up. I don't care what y'all say. So, and for the people who been here, you already know I'm Yas the character.
Deuce.
LMC3.
All right, y'all been on that. We here. We been here. But then guess what? They probably didn't know that because I don't think we ever introed ourselves after the karaoke.
Hey.
But hey, you know who we are anyway. You here.
All
All right. Let's see. Oh, I muted it.
And we're watching
Brixton versus Peckham, the most infamous.
I think back then we was asking about one of the beefs out there, and this might be a little breakdown of it.
In London, and one of the first publicised feuds in London as well. I'm talking about the Brixton versus Peckham beef in the late 2000s to early 2010s.
Okay.
I don't want to drag on this intro for too long. And check out my Insta and Patreon in the description. And be sure the video as well, Instagram. We have, let's get into the
already
video.
know who this kid, whatever his name is.
Yeah, you got it at the bottom.
Yeah. Kid Nerd.
So before the publicised drill feuds in South London, like Moscow
Say
versus
what now?
Zone 2
Hold
and
on,
Harlem
just
versus...
back up
Before
real
the
quick.
rest of the feud in South London.
Just back up real quick now. Hold on now.
No, before they start feud in South London.
I didn't know he's going to be talking this fast. Let me slow it down and hear
So
what
before the publicised drill feuds in South London, like Moscow versus Zone 2 and Harlem versus 410, there was a very deadly war going on between Peckham and Brixton, which is one of the first nationally publicised beefs in London, gaining a lot of news coverage. It came about in the early stages of YouTube, where we could see direct disses, kind of originating diss tracks how we know it today. So as I said before, the two areas in this feud was Brixton versus Peckham. So first we have Peckham, which is located in the borough of Southwark in South London.
South London. Shout out South London. London.
Zone 2 are from. But before Zone 2, there was the Peckham Boys, which was a gang made up of 5 estates in Peckham, which were the North Peckham Estate, Gloucester Grove Estate,
So those
Willowbrook
are
Estate,
apartments
Camden
and shit,
Estate,
the
and the
flats.
Sumner Estate.
Yeah.
And these estates were very well known for how bad they were.
They
suffered
estates is our
massive
projects.
unemployment and crime, and were very deprived. They
estates,
pretty much were
that's
neglected
just
by
what they
any
call
law
them.
enforcement
Yeah,
and
they
government
are
as well,
projects.
and was even
Yeah.
called Peckham, which is a hybrid between Vietnam and Peckham, comparing the area to the Vietnam War.
Oh shit,
and how
like
much violence
Chirac.
was there. Throughout the Peckham Boys gang, there were different sets, like the Firehouse Crew and YBP, or Younger Peckham Boys. There were also a couple of Jamaican yardie gangs in Peckham, like the Sunrise Crew and the Spanglers as well. And on the
Okay.
other side of the feud, we have Brixton, which is about an 11-minute ride from Peckham and is located in the borough of Lambeth. Brixton's main
So
gang
it's
in the
still
feud was
South
called
London,
Gas
they
Gang,
just-
who was a gang from the Angel Town estate. And these guys
Pause
were the
real
most
quick.
violent gang in the Brit.
It do be like that. You know where we from.
Yeah.
We from LA, so one street on this side be Bloods, on this side be Crips, and then this side be Mexicans, and they all be shooting at each other.
It's like, yo.
Like, it be that close.
Yeah.
So 11 minutes down the street, I feel it. It's
Mhm.
like,
Yeah, it really is that close. Scary close.
Man.
Literally.
An area, and were even responsible for 3/4 of violent incidents in Brixton in 2012. The Angel Town estate, where Gas Gang is from, probably has the richest history of gangs in London, with many different
That shit was
generational
big.
gangs being bred.
That
from
shit
this
look like a
estate,
little
the
prison
PVC
for
gang in
real.
the 2000s who
Mhm.
dominated the estate. Nowadays it's the Get Back Gang or 150 who take on the estate. But let's take it back a minute to 2008, where Peckham, who I first mentioned, was deep in a decades long with a gang called the Ghetto Boys, who was a gang from Lewisham in South London, which was a crazy war in itself, and I'll definitely do a video of that in the future. But in
Okay.
2008,
In the
after
future.
decades of back and forth between the Peckham and Lewisham gangs, the younger generations in both gangs agreed to an alliance, which was fully solidified during the
Piece
Notting
it up,
Hill
man. That's
Carnival
what I
in
like to
2008,
see.
when 180 members from both gangs organized a link-up at the carnival.
Hey, that's
the link-up
what's
was
up.
actually intercepted by police because the police thought the two gangs were linking up to fight each other. But
Of course
as
they
Peckham's
did.
Of
relationship with
course.
Lewisham got better, their relationship with Brixton started to worsen.
Good thing
See,
y'all ain't
historically,
police ain't got
Brixton and
guns.
Peckham have always had a
Y'all
feud,
police-
even dating all the way back to the
shut y'all for no
1950s, where local schoolboys from both areas would clash, which was even more hostile after immigration, because Peckham was filled with mainly African immigrants, while Brixton was filled with mainly Caribbean immigrants. So there's always been big culture clashes there. But as I said, in 2008, the war between Brixton and Peckham was starting to
It
become
seemed like y'all would just get
and these
along,
were
but
times
I
where guns were
guess
much more accessible than what they
People
are
have
now.
to find a
It wasn't
reason to not
uncommon
get
for a
along.
gang
Yeah.
member to be rolling around with a gun. Just like how nowadays
That's why I always say I hate when people be like falling for the propaganda of black on black crime. All people hate the people around them.
sometimes it's just you next to me and you put your mat and your doorstep upside down. That's not how we do things over here. Your welcome say welcome this way,
Yeah,
and when it's supposed to be that way.
yeah. That's why I said it's not even. They act like. That's what I said. It's propaganda.
Like we can beef. over anything.
Everybody hates their. Not everybody hates their neighbors, but you get my point. Meaning, if you hate your neighbors, you hate them because they're your neighbors. You hate them because they're so close to you. If they were doing
and
whatever,
they do something different.
exactly. Because if they were doing whatever they were doing over there,
Yeah.
you wouldn't give a fuck. You wouldn't give a fuck because they do what they do right next to you, and you see it, or right across the street from you, and you see it, or you hear it, or it affects you somehow. You know what I mean? That's why you care. But if they was down the street somewhere and you never had to deal with them, you wouldn't give a fuck. That'd be the nigga that lived down the street.
Man.
But if you down the street, you got a dog, and your dog always coming up the thing and running up the street. It's like, damn, I can't stand. And then now you say niggas who eat hamburgers. It's like,
I
nigga,
stepped in your dog shit again
yeah.
in my yard.
Now you hate dog owner. No, you just hate that guy because he close to you. Ain't no dog owner on
But
dog
I'm
owner.
gonna get all the dog haters over here to team up.
To
and
team
we
up.
gonna, yeah.
We'll go against
days, most gang members roll around with knives. So there was a lot of back and forth shooting between these areas. In one instance, members from a Brixton gang called OC, who were heavily allied with Gas Gang, rid out on Woolworth Road, which at the time was a territory of the Shoot Instant gang, who were part of the Peckham side, and started shooting at two Peckham rappers called Snap Capone and Butch, who were walking down the street.
Damn.
Both rappers actually managed to run to a convenience store and managed to dodge the bullet. While running into the shop, an innocent
Like,
bystander
yo,
just
Kim,
trying to get into the
hey,
same
hey,
shop
hey,
was
hey.
shot and killed. His name was Ryan Bravo, and he was was 18 at
Gucci
the time.
Mane?
This was
That
one of the
is
big
Gucci.
turning points
Yeah.
in making
That's
this
where the
widely
clone went.
publicized in the UK. Just to rub
You're
salt
right,
in the
'cause they got
wounds,
set off
the
with
OC
Gucci.
gang made a diss track called Bullet Rhythm when a member mocked the situation with the lyrics, "Had you running in the shop like you're buying something," while a member of a Peckham gang then responded to the situation in a song called Real
Now
Riders,
he
saying,
YMW Melly. Now he who the other one? Bobby Smurder in this.
Telling them what happened.
Yeah, we shot. Y'all ran inside.
Y'all ran inside.
Oh my goodness.
I seen you. It was address.
Baby.
Yeah,
Of
you
course
need
we
that
did.
ass.
Yeah.
Game.
And if you don't want me to have one, scan the QR code.
And then we get that premium. You feel me?
You feel me?
obviously referencing when Brixton members shot up Woolwich Road, which is some of the early examples of UK diss songs, referencing real moments that have happened on the streets, bringing more publicity to the feud. And the people who are up to date with London's street situation at the moment will probably be quite confused, because Woolwich Road actually beats Peckham now, but that's a whole nother story to get into another time. So yeah, after this Woolwich Road shooting, many diss tracks were going back and forth between the gangs, as well as shots. In the same year of 2008 in October, Brixton older members got the drop on a Peckham member's house called Terms, and waited in the parked car outside his house. When Terms appeared outside his house, they shot him on his doorstep, leaving him to die. Terms was a member of the SN1 gang in Peckham, which stands for Spare No One. And this is the same gang that the famous rapper Giggs was part of. And Giggs pays respect to Terms sometimes in his songs.
I feel like
more
this
than
shit
a month
Top
for
Boy
Peckham to
is
respond
about.
to this though. In November, Peckham members got the drop that some
But they
members
say
from the
Giggs
Brixton
pays-
gang OC
gives
were
respect to
clubbing at a
whoever
nightclub called
somebody.
SE1 in Bermondsey, South London, and pulled up to the club, shooting Errol Davis close range in front of 2,500 clubbers, which is even crazier because the murderer was never caught, despite there being thousands of witnesses at the scene. But
I
these
ain't
times,
seen
stuff
nothing.
like this wasn't uncommon, because there was low-level
that booed
security
us
and no
episode.
cameras in some of the clubs in 2008, which is something you will never see in clubs in London nowadays. Quite recently, actually, in 2016, the police found the same handgun which murdered Errol Davis at the nightclub in the possession of a man called Andre Chambers, who lived in Woolwich, which is quite sus. It was also later found out that the same weapon which was involved in Errol Davis' murder was also involved in two
somebody
other
could have
attempted
sold it
murders
to him,
and one
sold it
murder.
to him.
But Andre
sold
Chambers
it.
was never found
I'm gonna say I
guilty
bought
of
it
the
from somebody
murder,
else.
with no evidence
I
apart
definitely
from handling the
found-
weapon.
yeah.
But that's not enough to go
Shit,
down for a murder.
whichever one
While
my
this
lawyer
direct
told
war
me.
between Brixton and Peckham was
Did I find
occurring,
it?
there were also a
Most
lot of
of it,
separate gangs in areas who
buy
joined
it.
alliances with both areas. This was basically turned into some World War III stuff, the South London version. One set based in Old Kent Road called OBY in South London were affiliated with Peckham, but a dispute between the members started a feud between OBY and Peckham, resulted in OBY members joining Brixton in the fight against Peckham, which was fully signified in the trap between the two gangs
now they
called
clicked
Brooklyn and
up.
Baghdad. But OBY went off to a bad start in his feud after losing one of their younger members called Baby Ryder. His real name was Sunday Essier, and he was a 15-year-old
If your name Baby
from
Ryder,
Nigeria
I already know
after
what
his
it
mum and
is.
dad both died when he was younger, and he
For
started to
real.
get involved in the South London feud.
Man,
Before he was
RIP to that
stabbed, he
kid.
pulled out an imitation
Ain't
firearm
fast.
on 4 rival members. When they realized it was fake, they chased him through a park while he was screaming for his life, begging his killers not to kill him and spare his life. But he was ultimately stabbed
his
9
life.
times and left to die. So after the back and forth in 2008, Brixton and Peckham was literally a no-go.
I'm ready to get shot
And me
and stabbed,
personally,
right?
growing up as a kid
Yeah,
around these times,
right.
despite me not actually
Quicker.
living in the area and
think
being
so.
too young
I
to
don't
understand all this stuff, I
I
just
mean-
knew Brixton and Peckham was a place you do not go.
Probably
Even the
burned
member
or
of
something.
Parliament of Peckham at the
I'm sure
time,
it's hot
Harriet
as fuck.
Harman, would wear a bulletproof
It's
vest
lit.
and have security while she would walk through
I
Peckham,
don't know.
further embracing the
That's
name Peckham. Then 2009 hit, and this
She
was a big
can- the
year for
police
music from
captain
both
had to
sides,
go
but
through with the
especially from the
bulletproof
Peckham
vest.
side of things, when Giggs dropped a couple mixtapes and started putting some of his other members onto music, like Gunna D and Killer Kai. But Giggs was under a lot of pressure from the police at the time, who would cancel his shows, warn labels not to work with him, and even banned him from appearing in TV and
Giggs a real
radio,
one.
which is
That's
something
why
we
we
see a lot
always
now
fuck
with
with
police
Giggs.
taking down these
That's
true
why we
music.
always knew
Well,
we
the
like
reason why
Giggs.
police were so onto Giggs is because the streets were crazy at these times, and Giggs' Peckham gang SN1 were making headlines early on in 2009
Right.
when they executed the ex-member in broad daylight on a busy street because he fell out with the gang earlier on. This was a ticking point for police because it was seeming to the public at this time that the gangs had took control and could do whatever they want,
Right.
which was essentially true. So
Gotta,
police started gathering CCTV footage
send
of previous
a message.
rideouts from both Peckham and Brixton gangs in an attempt to take down some members. Police sent over this footage to Peckham members' lawyers as proof of their involvement in the feud, which a member then grabbed the footage of his lawyer and uploaded it to YouTube. The original video is no longer up, but a re-upload of it is still on YouTube today, and shows Peckham members riding out in Brixton in masses. And when looking at this footage, this is some propaganda-worthy stuff.
He
And
said,
the
"I'm not
caption
gonna
of the
show
videos
y'all,
is so
but
funny.
You
And
don't
All the footages just show how crazy these times really were. Like, gangs were just riding their ops with 30 guys on pedal bikes, loaded with guns and knives.
Damn.
There's no way you could get away with that stuff nowadays in London. 3 boys can't even walk to the shop in London without getting stopped by
3
police,
boys can't
let
even
alone
walk
that
to the
many
shop
people
in
on
London.
bikes. Brixton gangs responded to this YouTube video in the music video called Your Liars, and the whole year of 2009 was literally just filled with violence and diss tracks, with some real classics like Wreckagee from Peckham younger members. Around the same time with this release,
drill was
a
happening.
13-year-old boy was stabbed 5 times in South London due to
bang, 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 bang,
which hit national attention because 13 is hella young, and I think this rang into a lot of people's mind that this issue was very bad because kids as young and even younger than 30 were now known to be involved in this. And on top of all this Brixton and Peckham beef, Peckham were having their own issues inside the area, and the civil war started to ignite in the Peckham area, which was fully all out after a member of the MLB gang, or Mandem on Brandon, was shot dead by Peckham owners. MLB is a gang from the Brandon estate in South London, which is the same estate tool group Moscow 17 is based in. Peckham rapper Snap Capone was linked to the murder, but managed to flee the case. A member was sent to prison for hiding the gun used in the murder. This created a lot of politics between Peckham and the Peckham affiliated gangs, and eventually after many disputes, members of an estate called Lexham Estate split away from the Peckham sets and started beef in Peckham, which just started turning Peckham very messy.
This is what happens.
Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna say it. I'm just say a bunch of shit. Here we go. This is what happens when one, obviously, parents aren't around and parents don't aren't raising their kids and teaching them shit.
Well, the one baby Ryder, his parents died.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
This is what happens when parents aren't around. This is what happens when people who are around are so, well, like I said, they're not around, meaning whatever reason they're not around. Oh, I've worked so hard that, because I'm working all the time. The point is,
not around.
This is what happens when parents are not around. There's no positive influences around. And niggas are either gay or whack as fuck and can't talk to girls. Because I know I'm about to sound crazy, but at least in LA, niggas be having bitches with them. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying the bitches would stop the gangster shit from happening.
Yeah.
I'm just saying maybe it's just, my point is, maybe it started off so young because ain't no bitches around. Like, niggas in LA, they young, they doing it, but it's like, they see the older niggas with bitches. So they know, oh.
I mean, they be gangsters too.
Some of the gangs, that's my point.
Girls.
I'm saying, I've not seen a woman yet. I'm saying, like, to me, that is a problem. In LA, in the South, just say in America. In American gangs, New Orleans, Chicago, there will be women around. Whether or not they're women who are only here to be fucked, or whether or not these are the women who will fuck you up. We have women with us. Meaning, I just see kids on kids on kids.
Yeah.
I rarely see an adult figure. Right. And when they do finally show me an adult, they look 24 or 5 max.
Right. So it's still brain developing.
Yes.
Yeah.
In LA and all this shit and all that stuff, there's a reason why my point is this. All this shit to me, and now I'm really about to, I sound like who knows? Maybe I don't know what I sound like to people, but my point is, I'm not saying one gang life is better than another or whatever. It's all dumb. It's all stupid, whatever. My point is this. This is dumber to me because this looks even more obvious of just kids and children creating dumb violence for themselves.
Yeah.
And how do I know? Once again, I'm from LA. That means I've seen actual real gangbangers and real gangs, and we seen what? Cliques.
Yeah.
As people who grew up in LA, we knew the difference between these is just a clique of niggas who click up and do clique shit. And these are real gang-affiliated gangbangers.
Right.
And what I'm trying to, like I said, I'm not saying one is better or one is not. But what I'm really trying to say is the one that has the adults with the gangbangers and all that, to me, the reason why I say it's a worse, meaning it's worse because
it's structured more.
It's structured more, so it's worse in that way. But to me,
no, I'm saying they're unstructured.
No, yeah.
So
But what I mean, I'm trying to use the right word because this one is worse. Meaning, it to me it hurts the black people even more. That's my point is I'm not trying to say one is better.
Right.
They both sugar. We both don't need sugar. Either way, you don't need it in your diet, right?
Yeah.
So my point is, to me,
one is just added sugar,
and this is just Where to me, the other one, the ones you see in America, are more structured from the government. That's what I'm trying to get to. Meaning, to me, even if gangs tried to stop, they wouldn't be able to because it's in.
And I think more of what you said is no adults around. Those gangs do have the OGs. There's some OGs around somewhere around them.
We've all watched enough gangster movies, right?
Yeah.
We've all watched enough gang movies and gang docs to know.
Because you're right, you don't see no like OGs.
But back to your part with the grown-ups though. We've all watched enough gangster movies, gang movies, docs, and all that shit to know. The reason why I say it's never going to stop in America, our country benefits and makes money from organized gang.
Yeah.
They have always done it. Blacks were not gangbangers. They were a community of people clicking up together to protect themselves from the gang called the police.
Yeah.
And then they told us, and go look up the fucking doc. Somebody got a damn doc on it. You on YouTube now. Go look up the history of Crips and Bloods, the government. Thank you. So my point is, and if you don't believe me, you watching the wrong doc. Go watch the History Channel's doc. Go watch one of the docs that's not from a little nigga on YouTube. Go watch a real documentary, and they'll tell you the government. So that's what I mean by this is worse because, like you said, no adults.
Yeah.
But this is just kids doing stupid kid shit like cliques, like how niggas click up in LA.
Mm-hmm.
The cliques in LA are way worse than the gangs because the cliques. There's no, like you just said, there's no structure.
Yeah, at least it's some kind of.
And again, me and Elmac was just watching some shit. What's that shit called with Sylvester Stallone? We was watching that Sylvester Stallone show, Tulsa King or whatever. And we was breaking down how the dad got mad about some shit he found out and said, if I would have known about that then.
Noon or midnight?
Because if I would have known, he would have got done at noon.
Okay.
But but that was his point. He said, I would have skinned him myself. Meaning... We don't let that type of shit slide. I didn't know that shit happened. My son is this new school nigga. Like, you see, like, that's that new school shit. We would have handled that and got that done with. We don't, we weed out the...
He ain't even got no mustache or nothing.
Who's listening to this nigga? And that's the problem.
Hold on now.
I wish... Hold on. Don't make me get one. Okay. Don't make me
At the same time, different Peckham sets started turning on each other. And because Peckham is such a big area and had so many different
they started turning on each other.
The gangs just started keeping inside their estate. One of these being
Wait, was that a girl in the back?
They started being different estates. The gangs just started keeping inside their estate. One of these being the Pelican estate. They started beefing other Peckham gangs up.
I'm not going to pause for too long, but it's only safe when it's four of us. I'm just saying. It need to be four of us here.
Right.
Right. It need to be four of us here.
Right.
Not you the only bitch.
Which in December of 2010 resulted in 2 members being stabbed and 1 being shot to death. The member who died was called Vesta, and police were investigating the situation.
That's her.
At the
She's
time.
with him.
So while this investigation was taking place, a younger member of a rival Peckham gang started to go onto the Pelican estate and post leaflets through the doors, which said, and I quote, "Stop snitching or we'll come for you," which must have been hella threatening for the normal residents who just live on the estate and had nothing to do with the gang situation. 2 men.
I mean, when you live in gang territory and you not a part of that shit, it is frustrating because it's like, bruh.
Yeah.
Either y'all confuse me with somebody. Mm-hmm. Like, nigga, no, I'm not even British. Or from London or whatever y'all call.
Come on now. You hear this accent.
I'm from Alabama.
You hear this accent, bruv. What up, my brother?
2, I might be chilling and a bullet just go through my window. Yeah. I'm eating or some shit or brushing my teeth and then
I'm eating a bowl of cereal and now my bowl leaking.
Oh my goodness.
Now I gotta go like this with the bowl.
Oh my goodness. So I know the neighbors be like, and then like you said, the police, like you said, they gotta come with it. They don't be wanting to come.
And that's why I said this is a whole different thing. Because in the States, the police want to come.
Oh, they want to shoot.
Yes, they've been. we've been hoping that since you were 5, that one day you get 12 and go into the streets and we can just shoot you for no reason because we make money off this shit. You know, we invest in billions of dollars on guns. We got to use them on somebody. Yeah. We got to, how else would we know that the guns we bought?
We don't need no more.
Thank you. If y'all would
always need more guns.
Well, if you niggers were behaving and if you illegal immigrants who keep coming, I'm just being them. If you illegal immigrants who keep coming into the fucking country would stop, if y'all stop coming into the country illegally, if you niggers would stop being racist and black, guess what would happen? We wouldn't need our guns no more.
Yeah.
But the reverse uno is, no, you don't need your guns in the first place. You keep making up these stories about illegal immigrants and you keep making up these fears about niggers to make it look like you need these. That's why I said that's
stab under this vest. Okay, Chris.
Well, and that's my point. That's why I said in America it's different.
Because Tiny Nutty and Jungle
they want this in America.
And sent to a minimum of
30 they make money off
the
of
murder. Just before Tiny Nutty got booked for the murder of Esther, his older, who was called Nutty, was on remand in prison for a firearm charge. Around these times especially, it would be common for older members to have youngers, which would then take on their name essentially, just like how Tiny Nutty took on Nutty's name. A 17-year-old from Peckham was also on the same charge as Nutty for the firearm.
I knew a Nutty from Nutty Block, young Nutty.
Any young man that's watching right now, I just want you to know.
Don't name yourself Nutty because
definitely
you're going to jail or getting shot.
Yeah. Or you somebody's personal nut bar. But the point is, you named yourself that. But my point is,
Nutty, like
nut bush.
I'm insane.
Nut bush, exactly.
I'm insane.
I got it.
That.
Yeah, okay. Only a crazy nigga would name himself Nut. You're right. Mm-hmm.
Let's say something about it.
I want to say you definitely a nut if you taking the name of an older nigga, meaning these supposed to be the OG, and the OG is max 3 years, 4 years older than you.
Yeah.
Just want y'all to
like big bro.
I want you to know that you a bitch ass nigga, because if it ain't your actual legit brother, if it ain't your actual first cousin, like that's your auntie, that's your auntie's kid, that's your uncle's kid. If that ain't your, that better at least be your grandma's.
My big homie gotta be at least 10 years older than me, like 10 or.
Especially you. So you naming yourself after this nigga?
At the least, maybe.
You heard what he said? They naming. Look, he just said they named themselves after each other. I haven't seen anybody over the age of 25 yet. So y'all naming yourself after a nigga who 4 years older than you, 3 years older than you, 6 months older than you. Gay. I'm telling you, a lot of shit be gay,
But just like how gang hierarchy works, other members were pressuring the 17-year-old to plead guilty.
No, they gonna add you in the comments
and
say
not
just
the
yeah.
17-year-old refused though, which resulted in other members executing the 17-year-old by luring him into a car and shooting him in the back of his head, and then burning the vehicle on the day of the court hearing. Nutty was accused of arranging the murder because of the conflicted.
Oh, not he little dirt.
I don't know what they expected me to say about these videos, but I got one. Niggas with this smooth of pretty faces, you're not scary, bro. I'm sorry.
I mean, from this angle right here, you stopped it pretty. It's like, oh no, I might look the other way. I might not cross the street.
Wait.
I might not cross the street, but I might.
No.
I might look the other way.
You thinking civilian brain.
Okay.
I'm thinking if I'm another criminal and or I'm in jail. If I'm in jail with any of you smooth-faced niggas, that's my new thing. Let me just say this. It ain't my new thing. It's they. Let me just say this. It ain't my thing. It's they thing. I'm just going to repeat their thing for you, okay?
The real nigga from the prison?
If you come into prison, if you go into prison.
I like it.
You know what I'm talking about?
If you go into prison with smooth-ass faces like these little niggas, with innocent, smooth-ass faces like these little niggas, I just want y'all to know, you gonna wish you were ugly.
What Tom say? I don't want to get anally great.
You gonna wish you was ugly. Why? Because he's gonna wanna tongue kiss you from the front. Your face is smooth as fuck. Your lips are soft as shit. Mm-hmm. Like this one, you get my point when I say you gonna wish you was ugly. Yeah. You what you describing is what happens when you look like a man, sound like a man, and I know you a man. This is what happens when y'all only a couple of shades away from a girl.
Oh, I got this.
I've been in prison for this long.
I got this wig right here. You put this on.
I like bald-headed bitches. The fuck? You don't need no wig. Your skin is soft enough. Your lips are smooth enough. You look like your mama.
It's prison.
You look like your mama.
They know how to make everything.
But I'm saying, I
they
might
got a
be.
wig and a dress.
But I like bald bitches, so it don't matter.
I'm saying.
I give the wigs to that nigga. I make wigs to give it to him. He like to put the wigs on niggas. I just like to kiss my niggas from the front. Okay, my point is, they don't need to go to jail.
Right. That's why
they all die first, right?
Because they shooting their way out of it.
That's my point. That's why they all die first.
I ain't going to jail.
Ba-dum-dum.
Stories they both were telling in court.
At least they know to die first.
After
Let me die
officers
first.
found the
I go
lyrics
to
in the
jail.
cell, saying kill your co-defendant if you snitch.
Never
There was
shoot
something
the
they
other
said
driver after
15.
a car accident. There's a better way to get paid a way bigger check.
You too pretty and young and tender to go to prison.
In court. Like, I don't think you can get any more bait than writing those lyrics. It's not even like it's a catchy
Even
line.
worse sometimes.
I think he was
Pull
just
up
screaming,
things.
please lock me
You
up.
ain't
That's
gotta make
exactly
nothing
what
for
they
you,
done
buddy.
after finding him guilty of the gun charges and arranging the murder, which he is now
Look
serving.
at them lips. I'm just saying, some niggas shouldn't be going to jail. He looks pretty. Look at them eyes. He looks 17.
I'm not about to go and look at this
I know,
man and say he's pretty.
Okay, I'm not expecting you to. I'm expecting the people who
No,
watching
I get what
this.
you're saying. We got it.
Yes.
Come on.
These boys are too adorable to be doing this shit.
Years.
We're their
Also, the
parents
Peckham
and
rapper
big
who is known by a
sisters.
street name CS.
He ugly. Now him,
Oh my.
ain't nobody touching that
Don't
nigga.
stop on everything.
Ain't nobody touching that nigga. Ain't nobody touching him. They get him to grab the nigga they want.
Yeah.
Hey, go get your friend and tell him to come over here. I gave you some noodles. I got a cigarette for you.
Dang, I had somebody in my head.
Oh, Mac, can you see this?
I had somebody in my head.
You see him?
Not Craig Mack. It wasn't Craig Mack, but I had somebody else in my head.
Remember when Lou was here and she was talking about how people's faces don't be symmetrical? They faces be like,
Turn it back.
they eyes be like,
Damn.
He leaning a little bit.
his whole face is.
Convicted for setting the car on fire after the 17-year-old was shot and killed, which he served 4 years for. So as you could tell, Peckham was just a mad area at these times. The civil war they were having was probably more active than their beef with Brixton ever was. One death that really shocked the area was the death of a respected member called Taz. He died during the chase when he
Yo,
crashed his
Civil War
motorbike.
more-
Family members put up a shrine of Taz where the accident occurred, where the ops then camped outside the same day of his death. And when a member called Little Groove visited the shrine, they shot him dead the same day. So Peckham was
Right
literally a
at the
no-go zone at
gravesite.
this point. Like literally everyone was just beefing each
At the
other. And while all this
memorial.
madness was happening in Peckham, Brixton were having their own separate issues over in their camp. Gas Gang was starting to get heavily involved in beefs with a lot of surrounding towns, like Brixton Hill and
So
Tulse
the
Hill,
two
which are
gangs
blocks of the
end up
famous
turning
drill
into
groups, 6,
this
7,
one
8, 6. One
beefing
murder
with
that
each
really
other,
started changing
then
the
that one,
dynamic
they
of this
gonna be
beef
4
was the
gangs.
murder of Tulse Hill member Little Zach. It was 2011 and 5
That
gas
nigga's
gang
7.
members rid out in a school located in Tulse Hill, waiting for Little Zach to come home from school. The reason the members targeted Little Zach is because he was involved in the stabbing of a gas gang member 2 weeks before this incident. When he came out of the school, the gas gang members chased Little Zach and stabbed him to death. He was only 15 at the time, and this resulted in a few separate gangs
These
starting
boys
to
be
turn on gas
stabbing their
gangs, like
ass off.
ABM, who was a gang located in Stockwell. At this point, literally everyone was beefing everyone. South London was just a very, very dangerous place, and when some murders would be committed, police couldn't even point it
Would you
towards
go to
any
South
specific
London for
gang,
free?
just because it could have been
I told
so
you,
many
if
different
anywhere I
things.
can't
Like
take
the
my-
murder of Azur Khan in
Anywhere they
2011.
don't let
He
me
was
take the
attending
hammer.
funeral of one of his
I'm
gas gang
American.
friends,
Don't
and
make
he
no,
was
you
shot
want
and
me to
killed
put
at the
the
burial.
hat on.
But no one has the faintest
put the
idea of who
American
it
hat
could have
on.
been. It could have been one of the many gangs in Peckham, it could have been members from Tulse Hill, Brixton Hill, ABM, or just anyone from the borough of Southwark. There's just too many possibilities. These murders amped up the fuse between gas gangs and other areas aside
Play
Peckham,
some football,
but
man.
ended up hitting a 5-year-old, which left her paralyzed. This hit nationwide news, and this was really the
Get
beginning
some
of the end of
basketball
the gas
courts
gang,
around
because
here.
they started getting more monitored than probably any other gang at the time, which 2 years
Get a
later
skate
resulted
park.
in a massive raid taking down some of the key members of the gang.
You know what I
Nowadays,
mean?
Peckham and Brixton
Talk
gangs
to
are actually
girls.
linked up, with both of them having the same
Even
ops.
if
But
that
compared
ain't
to
your
how it was
bag.
back in 2011 to 2012, both areas have
Get some
calmed down a
hobbies,
lot,
man.
with mass surveillance and of course gentrification.
And if you like
If go to
boys,
some of the
start talking to different type of boys. Stop talking to the same niggas you already hang out with. Niggas need love interest, period. These niggas ain't got no love in their life.
There's plenty of people who are they in love with what they do. and
But they
stuff
love gangbanging and shooting, stealing.
That's what I'm saying.
I just said
Get
they
different hobbies.
remember they don't. That's my point.
Yeah.
I'm saying they don't. We already said established there's no family. That's how you probably even got into the situation.
Except for whoever grandma y'all keep shooting accidentally.
We not family. I just happen to be related to that little motherfucker.
Oh damn.
That's how she feel about him, and that's why he act the way. You see my point? It be a domino effect. Like we don't. Even, it's no love.
No, ain't no love. Yeah, that's it. Hey.
So since there don't be no love, that's the reason why I said they need to find a love interest. I don't give a fuck who it is, male, female, Roger.
That's crazy. Thank whoever was that, man. Open my eyes up to some. Cause it's not like that in LA. It's gangbang shit, but it's a little bit more like.
Like I said, I'm not saying it's better.
No. What I'm saying is
Still dangerous as fuck. But
it's not like it's not like nigga go start a war and you're not gonna get DP'd or something. Like you know what I'm saying? They discipline niggas like we said, OGs and shit.
Yeah.
These niggas OGs, the tiny niggas is 11 and then the YG.
Why does Baby Chief do it the OG in the group?
The YG is 15.
I know, Baby Chief do it.
And the OG is 20. Maybe just turned 18 or some shit.
Because if you think about it, for here in America, right?
Yeah.
The gangs, meaning the ones that were cliques that have turned into gangs, right? Look, they know. The ones that are cliques that have turned into gangs, those are the ones who we, as Americans, we saying are the one. Like I said, we're not saying the other gangs are good, but we saying we don't. Those ones we be saying are out of control, right? The ones we know that are ran by the Baby Chief Dewitt's in Florida and all that shit. Like, those are the ones we be like, damn, who's the OG, right? Ain't that what we be saying? We be saying, who's the OGs around here? And what only difference of what we're saying different from what you guys are saying, I think you agreeing with me, is the only reason we saying, I mean, it's all bad. The only thing I'm saying about them being worse is this looks like self-inflicted wounds, where at least in America, we know.
Even he said it in the thing. It started off the whole thing, Brixton versus what's the P word? I forget the name. Peckham.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then that shit branched off into Peckham versus Peckham.
Yeah.
It was some shit over here, them two niggas, and then Brixton started fucking with me. I'm like, damn.
And like I said, at least if you go to our origin story of gangs in America, it's gonna start with cops.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, at least for us, it's not a self-inflicted wound.
What are they even fighting for?
Thank you. So that's my point. They make it seem like ours is self-inflicted wounds. No, there's self-inflicted wounds technically, yes, in 2026, but historically all the way back to where the book started.
I'm pretty sure drugs is involved too.
I mean, to your point, I'm not going to act like the British government ain't got it out for the Negroes and want them down bad like America do.
I'm
not saying.
Like I said, when they showed that aerial view, it looked like a prison.
But to your point,
that's how they.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Know.
I'm saying we make money off of different things in our country.
Yeah.
So I was saying for our country, we really make money off of drugs and guns. So to the point, we meaning the American government, we will keep certain gang member OGs in charge, and we will keep certain regulations because we do still need technically the revenue. We ain't gonna say it, right?
Hey, well, you be in one gang, Rachel's LSD gang.
Hey,
you feel me?
Gang.
Hey,
what we got, man?
Got out, T out.
Right, you got births and deaths.
Hey, man.
Any who birthdays? Who died and who? Who died?
The thing went off, huh?
Mine. Let me turn mine. What a Raj? You ain't
Because rest in peace to Guy Moon.
Power on.
Is he a guy on the moon or is he just Guy Moon?
63.
Dang, that's young.
He's an American composer, and he composed for Very Odd Parents.
Oh.
Big Time Rush.
Hey.
Danny Phantom.
Oh, these the shits. He did the theme songs. What he do? Because these the songs.
He composed them.
Nah, these the songs. You said Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom, and Big Time Rush?
Yeah.
No, these some
Big Time Rush is
I know, because remember you had them on new music.
Oh,
I said,